right, I'm back. Well, my 48-hour fast is almost over, so it's time for cooking. So this is a Chinese inspired recipe since I'm in China. And actually, my husband's Chinese, but this recipe isn't from him, it's from an ex-boyfriend. It's called Shanghai Eggplant. There's two ways to make it. There's just Shanghai Eggplant, the vegetarian way. Awesome. And then there's Shanghai Eggplant with minced pork. I'm on keto, so I'm going to make the minced pork version. And these are the ingredients that you're going to need. You're going to need eggplant. There's actually two eggplants. This one isn't cut up. I just wanted to show you. You need like an Asian eggplant, which I love the taste so much better than a regular eggplant. This one's pretty long. Oh. And I actually cut some of it up already just to save on screen time. So I'll show you quickly how to cut this one up. And you're going to need ground pork. I actually saw another recipe. My ex-boyfriend didn't do this. I actually took this and I marinated it like 15 minutes before. I marinated it in Coconut Aminos, or you can do it in soy sauce, tamari, or whatever you like. And I'm also going to be using Coconut Aminos. I'm almost out of this. I'm so sad. I have to order more. This is like the best. This is my substitute for soy sauce because I don't have soy sauce. Bragg's Amino works fine. This has a nice little sweet flavor. And chili peppers. The recipe actually that he used real chili peppers. I only have dry chili peppers. I've done a similar dish with dry chili peppers. It's fine. And a white peppercorn. And even though I'm keto and it's not really 100% keto, I am using sesame oil. It just gives it a better taste, a more Asian taste to it. And I like the taste, so occasionally I do. And since eggplant is a nightshade, it's fun. And I pre-chopped and pre-sliced some garlic and ginger. I love ginger. You put in as much as you want. I'm a ginger girl, so I put in a lot of ginger. And I have some sea salt. Okay, so we're going to start. Okay, are you ready? I guess I'll show you how to chop up the... Now, don't mind my knife. Ah, there's a dog again. I'm going to lower this so you can see. Okay, so you can see everything. There's also, I forgot, the glass of water. Okay. So you're gonna take a knife. My knives are like really just very sad these days. So I have this knife. So you're gonna cut the ends off. Can you see? It's really hard to see. Let's adjust the light here. There you go. Okay. So you just cut the ends off of your very long Asian. Goodbye ends. Goodbye ends. Okay, this was already washed prior. And you cut it in half. Since this is long, cut it in half again. Cut it in half again. Okay. Then what you would do, you would cut this in half. And you want to quarter it. Again, maybe I need to cut it against it. We don't want Amber to go to the emergency room. Okay. Okay. Put it aside. Since we don't want Amber to go to the emergency room, I'm gonna cut it like that. Cut again. Cut again. Okay, so you're cutting it in quarters. My other ones are a little bit smaller because I had like the most ginormously long eggplant that you ever did see. Again, I really need to get a better knife. Put it in. And then our last one. And for the marinade, what I just did, I just put like 2 teaspoons of my Coconut Aminos. And I put some white peppercorn, a little bit of salt, and like a teaspoon of my sesame oil, just to kind of let it marinate and stuff like that. So that's done. Okay, what we're going to do, I'm going to move us over, and I'm going to move us over so you can see me work my magic in my very small kitchen. In China, your kitchens seem to be a little smaller. Small, but it gets the work done. Okay. So I'm going to move you over, and I'll move my food over. Here we go. And move up. When I was talking, I was not kidding when I said a small kitchen. Okay, so here is my wok. I have a Korean wok. I prefer Korean woks. Okay. Now, very different setup from the US, so I prefer my Korean wok. So what I do, I'll just, there we go, turn it on medium kind of flame. Put my olive oil, I wish. Put my sesame oil in. I would say about a tablespoon, just eyeball it. I'm keto, so I put a lot more. A tablespoon is good. And you just let it heat up so you can look at that. I'm going to start bringing my other ingredients over. The space here is like super small, but it's functional. Actually, in China, my kitchen is a little bit bigger than a lot of my friends, and this is a tiny kitchen, like, oh, super tiny kitchen. But, you know, I can function, and I do enjoy cooking, especially since I went keto. Cooking while keto is just very fun. We'll put this over here. Okay. Yep, this is ready. And next, first I'll put my aromatics in. I'm going to use a wooden spoon. I like this wooden spatula to use. Okay, so just quickly, just to cook them, put my aromatics in first. Ooh, I just love the smell of like ginger. Okay, move them around in the pan. Okay. So my aromatics are cooking. And I'm going to throw in a few of these dry chili flakes. It just gives it a little kick. Not much because it's dried. You're going to add more chili flakes as you get. Let's get these chili flakes in. I'll add one more chili flake. Keep on stirring. So the funny fact about China, there's no smoke alarms. So I'm actually cooking this on like a medium-low flame, and I'm keeping stirring. So there's no warning, and I'm a person that should get the warning. Okay. So you just want this until the onions get soft, like maybe 2 minutes or so. 2 minutes or so. Okay, next, you're going to add the pork. This is like such a simple recipe. slowly the marinated pork. And I put a lot of pork. The Chinese don't put this much pork in. They just add a little bit of pork. I'm keto, and so I add more pork. Okay, you stir it. This is going to take a little bit of time. So usually they would probably put half of the amount of pork, but come on. You know, I'm a nice American girl and I like to eat. Okay, during this time you can add a little bit more peppercorn. It's good to keep on seasoning this. White peppercorn. And a tad bit of salt. I don't put anything else in this because the flavor will come out. You just want to get it a little brown. And I'm actually going to turn up the heat a little bit just to get it browner. Because I don't want like a 20-minute video. Do I? No. Okay, I'm going to set that aside and I'm going to walk away. Make sure to get all your garlic in here and your ginger. Okay, keep on turning. Oh my gosh, it just smells so good. The garlic and the ginger and the peppercorn. Oh, just smells like super amazing. Just super, super amazing smell. All right, let's let it simmer for a little bit more. Oh, and also to the marinade, I did add, this is a Chinese thing. It's Shaoxing, I have it over here, I'll show you real quick. It's Shaoxing Rice wine. Okay, maybe not 100% keto, but it kind of cooks down, so it's okay. It just gives it a nice little flavor. And sometimes I kick it up a notch and I'll put it, it's good to have in a marinade. And look at this, maybe a little bit too much pork again. That's okay. All right, so let's just let the pork simmer a little bit. Okay. So what I love about this recipe, oh, another thing that I forgot to use, the original calls for, and I should probably put it in, the original calls for sugar. I don't have sugar, and I would usually use like xylitol or erythritol in it. I'm going to use some stevia because this is what I have. And you would just put a little bit of sugar. Since I'm using Coconut Aminos, I don't want to put that much sugar in it. I only want to put a little bit. So if I put a tablespoon, I may put less in. Okay, this is really boiling. So I'm going to turn the heat down a little. Now I'm going to add in the eggplant. Probably could have used another eggplant. Okay, stir it in. And this is when I would add more of my other stuff. Okay, stir it in. And I'm going to add a little bit of the stevia. Just because this is actually, anything that comes from Shanghai is a sweet dish. So, Shanghai loves their food sweet, and I love Shanghai people because they love to eat sweet foods. In many parts of China, they have like Sichuan, and it's like, you know, a little spicy. I appreciate like areas like Shanghai, etc. Now, and again, this is with an American twist. So I'm gonna put less than, not that much, because you just need a little, maybe a little more. Okay. Again, I would probably prefer to use another sweetener. So you have that in, give it a little stir, just a little bit. You know, goes a long way. And if I was using, I would use a whole tablespoon actually, if I was actually using, if I was not using Coconut Aminos. Okay, this is how it looks so far. Okay. So next, after you do this, then you would add the I don't have that much left. You would add your soy sauce. I'm adding my Coconut Aminos. Generous portion. This is gonna be cooked down to a sauce. And then I'll stop the video and I'll show you guys how it looked a lot later. You're going to add some more peppers. Dried chili peppers or regular peppers. I'm gonna do one more white peppercorn just for taste. Add salt. I'm on keto, so I salt things up a lot. Okay. So you have this, and you're going to pour in some water. And then you let it simmer. A slow simmer for until the eggplant is soft. Okay, cover and simmer. I'm gonna add in, even though I'm keto, I'm gonna add in a little bit more of this rice wine vinegar because this makes like just an amazing taste. I just love it. Maybe it tastes so good because it's alcohol. Okay. So we're going to simmer this, and I will do a show video later, how it looks, and I'll plate it and everything. So I will put the ingredients, the recipes under this video. It's getting to be 17 minutes long. All right, thanks for joining me, and I will do part 2, the tasting.